Alright, what's up everyone? So, I bought a mouse pad. You might be wondering, why do you need a mouse pad? Are mouse pads even good? Like, do mouse pads matter that much? And I'm gonna show you guys why and how I found that I should probably upgrade my mouse pad and why you should think about it. You guys can see my entire mouse pad. You can see the contact patch. The contact patch is a little bit more wide on my mouse pad because I try to use my entire mouse pad. I keep my keyboard completely off my mouse pad. Like, I don't like having my keyboard on my mouse pad at all. Here, I'll move it far from my mouse pad so my arm can use my entire mouse pad. So you can see like the light patches of my mouse pad, it's kind of like a little bit more even across this way. And you can see the dark edges where I don't really use it that much. The reason I do that is because my mouse pad kind of has an edge where it doesn't really go up vertical that much. So I can't really go vertical that much. So you can see when I free build, I have a lot more like horizontal movement. A lot of my movement is just me moving more to the left or right, so I don't have to deal with it being vertical that much. I don't actually move my mouse that much vertical at all. The reason I bought a new mouse pad is so I could have a more even amount of vertical and be able to do more things just looking up and not having to keep moving my mouse pad away from the top so I don't run out of mouse space going up. Because if you notice, I'm mostly either moving to the left more or to the right more or picking my mouse up fully just to reset it back to the middle so I don't have to worry about getting too high or too low. I have to lift my mouse up slightly to do that, you know? Therefore, I don't have enough mouse space. Kind of see like very slightly where I'll like pick up my mouse a little bit and then like place it back, but like you see that? It's like a habit at this point, but that's because if I get too high on my mouse pad, I'll run out of mouse space, and I can't actually like look up that much. That's why my movement and everything is kind of like a little bit more horizontal and everything. Not to say that's bad. I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily, but it's one of those things where when you get good at Fortnite and you really start getting, not even just Fortnite, when you get good at competitive games, you start to really look into every small thing as to why your settings are the way they are and what you can do to improve all your settings and what you can do to your hardware to improve. Your mouse pad starts to become one of those things where it's like, oh, you need to have an even amount of horizontal and vertical space so you don't have to pick your mouse up literally at all. The surface of the mouse pad matters a lot too. This is actually a hard mouse pad. This is a very like scratch type of mouse pad, which I did like a little bit, but I'm upgrading to a softer one, so I don't know how that's gonna feel, but it should eliminate the issue of me having to pick up my mouse to reset it back to the middle so I don't have to worry about losing out of vertical space. Basically, that's why I'm getting my mouse pad, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like now. So it is not an artisan. It isn't an artisan, alright? I'm not spending 60 bucks on a mouse pad right now. This was a $40 mouse pad. And also, apparently, there's a lot of fake artisans out there. I use a G Pro. I decided to get just a Logitech desk pad because I figured out, you know, why not, you know? I feel like Logitech make great mice, so I feel like they should make great enough mouse pads too. And it's a desk pad. It's really big, so I get to, like, it smells really good. So I'll get to, like, have a lot of mouse space because like I said, I like using my entire mouse pad. I bought a big mouse pad. I'm using the whole mouse pad. All right, so that's why I try to use bigger mouse pads. That's why I try to isolate, and that's why I try not to have my keyboard on my mouse pad so I can keep using my arm to use the entire thing. I'm gonna set this up. I will be right back. Oh my god! Actually black. It's actually matte black. It isn't like it isn't like my mouse pad right now, how it's like gray now. It's actually black. And it's soft. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a field day with this thing, dude. Opposite of this mouse pad. It's all like, this mouse pad's all like soft and matte black, and that one's all gray and scratchy and old. Alright, I'm gonna set this up. Alright, as you can see, it looks a lot cleaner. It also looks 10 times cooler, and it's not like rough or anything. It's like smooth. It's actually so smooth. It's genuinely so smooth. Oh my god. My hand just like actually glides. It's crazy. I have to move my keyboard down a little bit so I can... Honestly, I might just play max tilt now. I don't know. Because I don't use my entire mouse pad, because if I get too close to this side, my keyboard wire will end up catching. Or I could just move it out of the way. I can use all of... I have so much more vertical space now. Dude, I have so much more vertical space now. Oh my god. Dude, I have so much more vertical space. I could like... It's gonna be so hard to run out of mouse space now. I think that's the biggest thing. The biggest thing for me is just not having enough mouse space. Like in the vertical mouse space, I like having the horizontal mouse space on my old mouse pad. But since I have a lot more vertical, I can just like, if I wanted to, I can lower my send to like 5, 5, 6. I can lower my send to like 6, 6, 4, 4 because I have enough mouse space to actually support a sends like that. I don't have to like force myself into using wrist movements because like I don't have to like force myself into using like more wrist movements to correct being too far up on my mouse pads. I could just be higher on my mouse pad without having to worry about the limitations of it, you know? I have way more space to just build. I have way more space to aim. I just have way more space to do everything now because my mouse pad is actually so much bigger. And because it's newer and smoother, I will probably have better aim. And I think I'm gonna probably get some more cheater allegations. So we just gotta see. We really gotta see it. Truly. Think you probably need a new mouse pad? You probably do need a new mouse pad, bro. Literally, like, especially if you're on low sends. I was on 17.3 before I switched to 7.7. You don't really notice all those like small minute details until you like start to upgrade your peripherals, dude. Like, oh, your mouse sensors being too slow, or you don't start noticing that stuff until you start to get that high of a level and you realize your hardware is holding your back. Like, legitimately, there's a reason people have a stigma against console players. Hardware does hold you back. This isn't like a joke. It isn't like a conspiracy theory or something that like people pass around so people keep upgrading the new PCs. No, they genuinely do hold you back. And it definitely is. It's not to say that you can't get good on console. It's that it's a lot harder. You don't want it to be harder to improve with the game. You want it to be as easy as possible. And by upgrading your peripherals and playing on PC and playing high frames, playing high hertz and everything like that, it makes it as easy as possible to improve with the game. Literally, it makes it 10 times easier. So I will always recommend upgrading your hardware over tweaking your PC or doing anything like that. Tweaks do help, but nothing beats a new GPU or a new CPU. That's all I got. I will see you all later. I'm gonna be streaming literally as soon as this post. I'm gonna be live, and if you guys wanna come in and chat, play Ace with me. So yeah, I will see you all later.